Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why it was messed up like that, but I'm going to
Draw
fix
your
it.
last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
So now if I just do... Oops, that's not what I wanted it to do. If I just I could do this instead. Make it like that, and hopefully that'll fix it. Alright. Does it seem quiet? Is it quiet now? Okay. Alright. So, how is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? That's fair. I don't know of anything about that because I don't use Twitch very often, actually, surprisingly enough. I usually just watch my friends, and I haven't had time to do that recently. So so yeah, I guess it's possible that all of Twitch is really quiet right now. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I had a bit of a lazy morning, but eventually I decided I wanted to do something. So here I am, about to do something. We're gonna do some Yu-Gi-Oh. I hope everyone's ready for some dueling. But before we get into the dueling, we gotta do, yes, Yugioh, we gotta do our garden update. I just finished watering the garden actually a little bit ago. The garden's doing pretty well. Nothing's really changed since last time. The mums are still having an issue. I don't know what it is, but I think they're coming back from it now that I've put them in a bigger pot. I think some of them are just too far gone. Some of the stems are just too far gone, but I think the rest of it's going to come back. But as for the tomatoes are doing amazing. And it turns out that the purple peppers apparently actually turn into regular orange and red peppers after they have matured enough. So the purple stage is really just the green stage, but purple. And so it'll continue on through the orange and red stage, which I think is very interesting. But yeah, as far as the garden goes, that's pretty much everything there is to it. So let's start to get into it then. First, I want to put up pretzel rocks. Let's see here. Happy EDM sounds good. Let me know if that's too loud or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna try out the Xiangjian archetype. I'm gonna say that 5 different ways at least, 50 possibly. So this is my speed ride deck. We're actually gonna build it on screen. So we're gonna type in Xiang with a G, Jian with a J. Oh, and it's not. There we go. Save as, clear. Okay, now I have a deck I built on my phone for this, and I'm gonna pull it up, and we're gonna use that, and that way I'll be able to explain things I'm putting in as we go. There we go. Xiangjian. Now, for those of you who don't know, Xiangjian are an archetype of mostly worm monsters that can basically make one-card synchros. This is, weirdly enough, a spellcaster. I don't know what this is doing. I think this is, like, separate. But the rest of them are all worms. Yeah, exactly. Oh, worm. And what they do is you summon them, and then they produce a token, and the token is a tuner, and then they can synchro. Unfortunately, they do have or fortunately, depending on your outlook, they do have a restriction that prevents the token from being used as a link climb. It has to be used for the synchros. So we're gonna get one of this. This is a hand trap. If a monster whose effects are negated is on the field, you can quick effect special summon this card from your hand. And then if your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can activate one of these effects here, depending on what was special summoned, or where it was special summoned from. So if it's from the hand, you can special summon a monster from your hand. If it's from the deck, you get to draw 2 cards. And if it's from the extra deck, you can destroy one of the monsters special summoned from the extra deck. You can only use that effect once per turn, but if it's one of each. So like this one, and this one, all 3 of them can be used once per turn. So it's pretty good, but also it's a level 8, and there has to be a monster whose effect is negated on the field, which is possible with this deck, but I think it's the kind of thing you really only want 1 copy of. This card is also kind of a hand trap. Its effect is basically you can quick effect tribute a monster and then special summon this card from your hand. Which means if like one of your cards was like summoned and then it gets immediately destroyed, you can summon this onto the field to replace it, and like maybe the token effect still goes off, and then you can do a synchro. But I just don't think it's good enough. it's like good, but I don't think it's good enough. It's sort of it's a very specific situation that you're using it in. This card is awesome. This card is an extender. It special summons itself and then makes a token, so it can synchro off immediately into a level 10 synchro. This card is awesome. These are your normal summons right here. These two. They're level 4s that produce tokens that you can then synchro off into the level 8 synchro. I'm putting, for right now, I'm going to put 3 of each of the synchro monsters because they're really good. That's probably not going to be the optimal number. But the level 8 synchro, really easy to get to. It is specific to worm monsters, but we're playing worms, so it doesn't matter. If this card is synchro summoned, you can add to your hand or banish one Xiangjian monster from your deck, and in quick effect, you can banish one Xiangjian monster or card from. Sorry, you can banish one Xiangjian card or one worm monster from your hand or graveyard. Then target one other effect monster on the field, negate its effects until the end of the turn. Here's where that effect negation comes in. You can only use one effect per turn and only once that turn. So you're not going to be able to use that second effect on the turn you summon it if you use that other effect. So if you're going second, I don't think you actually want to use that first effect, potentially. And then we have Xiangjian, the Xiangjian Grand Duke. Yeah, exactly. The effect negation is really nice. It is only one, but it is like that entire turn the effect is negated. But yeah, the Xiangjian, the Xiangjian Grand Duke, it gains 100 attack and defense for each banished card. Monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each banished card. If this card would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish one card from your graveyard instead. If a card is banished, you can banish one card each from your opponent's field and graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. Which is a hard once per turn. This card is crazy. So it can't be destroyed, because you could just banish a card from your graveyard instead. That's not once per turn, by the way. This effect is not this protection effect is not once per turn. So if you have cards in your graveyard, this card is infinitely protected from destruction. And then also, you know, if your card is banished, you get to banish a card from your opponent's field and graveyard, which gives you 100 attack and defense and makes them lose 100 attack and defense, which is like, you know, it's pretty good. It's just icing on the cake for the completely immune to destruction as long as you have cards in the grave, though. All right, so here's our spells. They're both very good. One is our Rhoda. It adds one Xiangjian monster from your deck to your hand, or if you control a synchro monster, you can add one worm monster instead. So this has bonuses depending on what you have on field, which is really cool. I like that kind of stuff. Harpies have the same kind of thing. And then, if this card is banished, so if it's like banished off the effect of our big boss synchro, you can target one Xiangjian or worm monster you control, increase or reduce its level by 1 until the end of the turn. And you can only use each effect once per turn. So it's a hard once per turn. So it's a hard once per turn on a Rhoda, which is, but you know, it's still pretty good. You get 3 copies of it, so you get 3 copies of any Xiangjian you want. And then the other one is you get to increase or reduce the level of the card by 1. Yeah, it has its uses. It's okay. It's only okay though, is the thing. And then this card, target one Xiangjian monster in your graveyard, or if you control a synchro, you can target one worm monster in your graveyard instead, special summon it. And then it has the same effect as the other one if it's banished. So yeah, this archetype has a Rhoda and a Monster Reborn. And it also works for worm monsters if you have a synchro on field. Then we have the trap card. The trap card is bad. The first trap card anyways. It's mostly like a card for banishing stuff. And then also when it's banished, you get to summon a tuner token. But the second trap is much better. Target one worm monster you control and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. It's Icarus attack. So we have ourselves an in-archetype Icarus attack. And we also have a card that can prevent its own destruction. So you can use this Icarus attack card to target your own Grand Duke and target your opponent's cards, and then use the Grand Duke's effect to negate its own destruction, and then just destroy your opponent's cards for free. It's pretty cool. Additionally, you also get the advantage off of banishing cards. It's all win. It's really cool. This is the main reason why I'm looking forward to this deck, is that this boss monster is super cool. All right, but that's not all we have for our deck. We also have other cards because we do not have a full deck yet. All right, so here's Mare Mare, a worm tuner monster. This is like a common worm archetype support monster. I'm not sure about it because it cannot be special summoned except by the effect of a worm monster, and we don't really have any cards that are special summoning worm monsters from the graveyard. So like I don't know how we're getting it out onto the field. But also, if you do get it out into the field, it's crazy. Because you get to have this big tuner. Then, you can reduce this card's level by 1 if you do special summon 1 mini Mare Mare token, which is, just a free level 8 with Mare Mare. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We're also going to need Giant Pearfish. It does not have the same restriction as Mare Mare, so you can summon this off of the Monster Reborn. You can discard a monster, special summon 1 level 4 or lower worm-type monster from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. So that'll get us our little guys here. Or, potentially, any of the other ones, except for this one. Well, I guess actually no, it's level 4 or lower, so it can't get us anything except for these two. But these two are really good. Let's see here. I'm thinking Macrocosmos will be really funny, at least. It'll screw up a lot of other decks, too. Yes, the big boss monster can be targeted for effects. It is unfortunate. But also, it's more fun that way, frankly. But yeah, I mean, really the OP part about it is that you can summon this level 6 for free, and then it summons a level 4 tuner, and then you've got the boss monster. The OP part about it is that you get this really powerful monster on one summon, on the one special summon. So, but yeah, Tenyi Spirit Adhara. This card's effects are not really what we're here for, except for the fact that it can special summon itself if you control no effect monsters. So if we have a clear board, it can special summon itself. Mainly what we have it here for is it's a level 1 tuner. That's a worm. It's a level 1 tuner worm, and that's cool for us. Alright. We're gonna go with Pot of Desires, because it banishes a lot of cards. I've seen people playing 2. Do not play 2. Do you want to see Pot of Desires? Alright. Waterfall of Dragon Souls. This is a card I'd never heard of before, but it's pretty cool for worm decks. So the effects, it has 2 effects that you can, one of which you can activate when you activate it. You can either add 1 worm monster from your deck to your hand, so a Rhoda, or you can send any number of worm monsters from your hand or face up from your field to the graveyard, and then draw cards equal to the number of monsters you sent to the graveyard plus 1. So big draw power potentially, and load up the graveyard for your synchros. It's pretty decent. Alright, and next is just going to be a bunch of hand traps. This deck is kind of light currently. So we're going to put in 3 Nibiru, 3 Droll, and the meta definer itself, Ash Blossom. Do not pick Feet Ash Blossom. If you pick Feet Ash Blossom, you will be arrested. Oh, right, there's one more monster card I forgot about. That's not a... a hand trap. Virtual World Otohime Tutu, a worm monster. This card can special summon itself for free. And also when it's in the graveyard, you can discard a worm monster and special summon it as a tuner. So, pretty cool card for this deck. Now let's get the last card, which I put Harpy's Feather Duster in. I'm not really sure about this last slot here. Yeah. I'm not really sure about putting Harpy's Feather Duster in here. I mean, like, Harpy's Feather Duster's good, but I don't know if it's right for this deck. We'll see. Alright, and now, Draco Berserker of the Tenyi is a good card here. It's a level 8 synchro, so you can make it easily off of the level 4s. This card has a non-once per turn. If your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish it. Quick effect, which is pretty cool. And then it also has another effect that's also pretty cool if you're going to end up using that. Next up is going to be Ready Rose Dragon, or Bloody Rose Dragon, for those who prefer that. Ready Rose Dragon is actually pretty easy to make in this deck, so why not play it? And we can also make Black Rose Dragon, so we might as well have that in here too. I don't know that you'll be able to make Ready Rose Dragon using Black Rose Dragon. It seems like a stretch to me, unless you're using the effect of one of the spells to lower the level of something. But, you know, you might as well have it in case you need it. In case you can make it, and then make Ready Rose Dragon. You know, no reason not to. Because, yeah, Black Rose Dragon is so cool. Then we have some Xiangjian monsters. Now, I don't think any of the main deck monsters are any good for Xiangjians, but Yazi is pretty good here if you can manage to make it. And Baxia we can actually make, at least, like, pretty easily. Its effect is okay. I don't know that you'd be making it very often. I don't know. It really depends. And there's one more that I know off the top of my head that we'll be using, which is... I misspelled. Baroness de Fleur. A new synchro monster that's going to be coming out with the rest of these speedroids, which I'll be very happy to see. Baroness de Fleur is a level 10 synchro that has a pretty neat effect where you can just negate a card activation and destroy it. And then During the standby phase, you can also target a level 9 or lower monster in your graveyard, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, you special summon that monster. So you can go into a new synchro play on your standby phase. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I mean, the negate effect is probably the better of the effects. And I really don't know that you make this over making the Grand Duke. But if you can make both of them, Baroness will really help you keep your Grand Duke on field. Alright, so we need 3 more extra deck monsters. And for these, I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously level 8 synchros are going to be good. Level 10 synchros would be really good here too. But as far as like worm stuff, we've got everything, really. So in the meanwhile, I'm going to start filling up the side deck. Oop. Alright, we're going to want Ghost Spell. Ghost Spell is really good right now. Yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah, we could call this deck the Fancy Ball. Let's see here. What else would be good in this deck? Forbidden Droplet, I think would be good. Let's see. I mean, I guess like a Infinite Impermanence might be good here, just because we don't have a lot of negates that are. I mean, we have some negates. We have like Baroness, and we have Xiangjian, but we don't have a lot of negates before we get into our synchros. So it might be good to have Infinite Impermanence so we can negate a negate on field. Speaking of, Called By is going to be a good one to have. I feel like hand traps are going to be a big danger for us. And then I want to go Gamma. Oh, this is going to be... There we go. Cyframe Gear Gamma. And
draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
Thank you for the follow, Michael GC. Yeah, Driver. There we go. Tempted to put these in the main, but I mean, I guess I would remove Droll and Lockbird and Harpy's Feather Duster for that. But I don't know. Or maybe Nibiru would be more of a sideboard card. It's hard to say. And one last card. Let's do Red Reboot. All right, thank you for dropping by, Aurora. Glad you had fun. All right, so now we need some more synchros. So one thing we don't really have is level 9s. We don't really have a level 9. And I could see a level 9 working here because of our Tenyi Adhara. So let's think of some level 9s. Let's do monster just to help us think of some. Let's put 9 in here. I don't think that's going to be good for us. Oh, Shen. Yes, Shen is going to be good. We would Shen would be amazing because Shen is completely unaffected. Oh, Trishula, right. I've definitely seen people. So Trishula is a little harder because it's going to require you to use like 2 of these guys because the things that they make are tuners. But you can make Trishula, and so I feel like we should play Trishula. I don't know. You could also like summon Droll and Lockbird if you need to, and use the one and the tuner it produces. Although I don't know how you're getting out that and Droll and Lockbird. You know. I guess if you get Mare Mare on the field, you could. Actually, no, you can't do that either. I still don't quite understand Mare Mare. Okay, that's probably enough level 9s. Is there a good level 11 that we can make? That we can't make. Why would you ever make this? Even Speedroids aren't making this. Oh yeah, there's the new Punk card. No, I'm not making this. Star Eater is not very good. Yeah, not making that either. So there's not really any good level 11s, because we could pretty easily go into those with Tenyi Spirit. Maybe there's another 7 that would be good. Probably not, honestly. Unless we go like Moonlight Dragon. I don't know that Moonlight Dragon is all that good anymore, you know? Alright, let's check out level 8s and level 10s then. Because that's kind of the stuff. We're not going to be making high speedroids. We're not making that. Oh, here we go. Well, no, because we don't have any Link monsters. We're not going to be making any Link monsters. Here we go. Crystal Wing. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon will be perfect. Alright, so let's save this. Let's do a test hand. Just so we can start learning the deck. Alright, so here's how it works. You play it, the trigger effect activates. We reveal that we have this in our hand. We summon the token. And then we can special summon our boy. And then we can activate our trigger effect, and we can activate our other trigger effect, because they all have trigger effects when they're used for synchro summons. We're not going to activate Ash Blossom on our own stuff. Oh, yeah, we get to just draw a card. That's pretty cool. We're going to add this to hand. Because we can activate its effect, pitching that card, to summon it, special summon another token. Then we can go into a level 10. And then we activate the trigger effect to deal 12 damage, or 1200 damage. Because why not? Like, just... It's not really useful, it's just funny. And then we would set these. I mean, this is not a terrible board. And then we could keep going from there next turn. Hopefully. Because this is a negate, and then this can't be destroyed. It's not a great board, though. But we do have Macrocosmos. Macrocosmos is going to screw up a lot of strategies. We have our Icarus attack. And we have our Waterfall of Dragon Souls. So that's the thing, is that this was a 1.5 card combo, because it does require you to have another Xiangjian monster in hand, but not really anything besides that. So I don't know. Let's see another hand. Okay, so we have our Rhoda. We have 2 copies of it, which is a little unfortunate. Let's activate the Rhoda first. We'll grab this guy. Oh, you can normal summon this without attributing. So let's do that. Actually, let's not do that ever again. We'll discard that because we don't need it anymore. So this is why we practice before we go into things. Let's go into Defleur here. And then we can activate the effect of 2/2. Comes back as a tuner. Is there a level 12? Is there a good level 12? Because in this exact situation, I would love to have a level 12. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a good level 12. It's mostly going to be like anime stuff. There's this card. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Could we do this? Is this good? This card is in the extra monster zone. Battles opposed any damage inflicted to you. If this card is destroyed by battle or is in the, you can add. Honestly, this might be good without the Math Mech cards, just because of the unaffected by card effects except Math Mech cards while in the extra monster zone. And it's a 3000 attack monster. This is a level 12. Cannot be synchro summoned. Okay. I think that Math Mech one might be the best option. Yeah, we can't make that. We're not making this. That's not really what we were making. There's Cosmic Blazar Dragon, but Cosmic Blazar Dragon isn't very good. There's the Battle Wasp card. Yeah, that's not good. I think it's Math Mech. What do we remove for this? One of these, probably. Because I don't think you really need to remove any of these, just like one of these. Like, so let's get rid of this one, say. Just in case we have that situation again, we have something we can go into. We'll reveal this. This is actually the same hand we had before, I think. Then we can go into our guy, activate the trigger effects. And we'll pitch this. Summon a token. We could go into the... Oh, we could go into that from the 4 and the 8 too. Uh-huh. That's actually kind of cool. I don't think that's what we want to do though. At least not in this situation. I think we want to get that on the board. Get them for 1200. And this is a much less strong board, but we do have 2 hand traps still. Okay, well we do at least still have a thing we can do here. And then we make in this situation, I think we make Baroness. I think if we don't have a thing to protect our big boy, we make Baroness. And then we have 3 hand traps. Okay. Okay, we have the Rhoda now. I guess we grab this. Pitch Mare Mare. We're not going to trigger that effect, no. And we can get it back, but the effect is only once per turn, so there's really no reason to get it back at this point. And we can't get Mare Mare because Mare Mare can't be special summoned. I do not understand why people were using Mare Mare. I don't think it's good in this situation because there's nothing to get it back. There's no way to get it on the field. It's just another worm monster. Oh, okay, you can use Yazi, Evil of the Yangzing, to get it. But you can't make Yazi, Evil of the Yangzing, most of the time. Like, what are you doing here? I guess we pitch that. Special summon. Summon the token. Okay, we can't activate that. Let's make our... So let's say we're on the second... Because if we're, this is a cool thing. If we're on the second turn, we can make our guy activate the effect to get some damage in for whatever. And then activate Pot of Desires. No. And I think our guy's effect should have activated there. Whatever. We can use that effect to get 2/2 back on the field. Oh shit, actually, here's a cool thing. We could use that effect to get 2/2 back on the field. Pitching our guy we just drew off a pot. Bring her back as a tuner. Activate the effect of this to bring back our Long Yuan. And then make the geothermal math mech. Okay, and we got this 4,100 attack guy on the field who can't be destroyed. And we have a 3,000 attack guy who cannot be affected by card effects. Honestly, maybe DeFleur would have... Well, no, DeFleur would not have been better. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is good or not. I know this isn't. This for sure isn't good. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm thinking. We're getting rid of Mare Mare. What are we replacing it with? I don't think we want another one of these either. One of these is fine, but one of these is also fine. Um, yeah, for sure. I don't think we want another one of these either. Let's clear all that. Well, so the problem with a Tenyi engine is that the Tenyi engine relies on the Link monsters, doesn't it? And like a lot of the Tenyi cards like need these, or like if you have no effect monster. Oh right, the tuners are not effect monsters, are they? Huh. I wasn't thinking about that. I don't know what would be best for it though. I like Adhara. I think Adhara is good. We haven't got to see it. Yeah, we have Trish in here because we can make it in certain circumstances. It's sort of a but I don't know. But yeah, we can make it off of like 2 of these guys and the Tenyi spirit. What are you thinking for the Tenyi package in here? Because I'm not sure. Like this has some synergy, but it's not very good. This might be good. I think this would be good. I don't know how many I would need. All right, so we'll put in a Ashuna. Oh, Vishuda. Banish this card. Target when return it to the hand. Okay. Let's see here. We can get rid of Harpy's Feather Duster. I don't think it's doing much for the deck. I like Ashuna. I also think Mapura has some good stuff. Yeah, I don't know about playing links in this deck because the deck locks you off of links so much, but I don't know. We could try some because there are definitely ways to get links in. So what are the links here? I've never read a Tenyi card in my life, by the way. So no, I mean the Xiangjian cards lock you when they have the tuner or when they have the token on field. They lock you into synchros. Well, yeah, but is there going to be negative synergy with this? Because a lot of them are requiring the non-effect monsters, which are those tuners. Because I don't know that these... Okay, let's see. A Malefic. Okay, well this one has negative synergy with the deck. Monsters your opponent controls cannot target effect monsters for attack, and all your opponent cannot target effect monsters on the field with card effects. Okay. This would be good. If we can get a non-effect monster on field. Two monks, one shaman? Why? I mean, I know why, because it's a non-effect monster. But why is that better than the synchro board we have? Well, yeah, if I know it's a package and not an entire deck. But the fact that this shuts you off of anything except for Tenyis kind of runs in the face of the synchro board we have, which is the entire point of the Xiangjians. Shaman here negates makes you so you can't activate the effects of monster special summon from the extra deck except for Tenyi monsters. You know, like the synchro monsters you have. It turns off the effects of your Xiangjian cards, which build you advantage. Okay. It is only a link 2. This is a link 4. No wonder it's so good. Okay, in that case, we'll get rid of Yazi. I don't think Yazi's very good, and you're not going to be making it very easily. And I think Baxia kind of sucks too. All right, so I guess we'll put in. You said 2 monk, 1 shaman. That seems reasonable. Oh yeah, I could cut down on the Xiangjian. I still don't think the Yangzings are any good either. I still like having. I think 2 of each is probably good, because you can go back into them so easily. Cut down on some of these things though, probably. Well, Shenshen's really nice to have. What does this do? Control no other effect monsters. You can destroy effect monsters. Okay. Does macro hurt us if we activate it on the opponent's turn? Because this entire deck is like really happy about being about banishing stuff, or at least the Xiangjiang part of it does, and it really screws over the opponent. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know that it's all that win more. I mean, it's the power it has to disrupt is just really strong. I know what win more means, thank you. But I think it's a card. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know, because it's got such powerful disruption ability, and this deck really, like, yeah, it is one of and unsearchable. That is true. But the deck does also have some draw power to it. So I don't know. It's potentially a win more card. I'll think about it. Let me sort so I can look at this a little bit easier. I am still not sure about this card. I mean, it's good, but is it really that good? It is searchable at least now because it's got a name change. I definitely don't think you play more than one. I saw someone suggesting that you should play multiple copies of this. No way. There's no way. Let's just go ahead and do a test hand. Let's see. See, here it is. Here it is right in the way. Oh, we can pitch it though. Yeah, I'll take a look at that after I do this test hand. Okay, so now we go into... in this situation... we do have the searcher, so we can make our... I should have done it the other way around, actually. I suppose it is a good going second tool. Yeah. I do not want to Ash Blossom my own thing, thank you. Would grab one of these two. Probably this one. This one seems like the better of the two. Yeah, I probably should have done the Rhoda first and then summon the guy. And then we can activate the trigger effect, activate that one. Activate that one. Yeah, that's fair. I might cut it to 2. I think having another normal summon is good, but it's definitely the worst of the two. So we've already used the effects of those two. We could use Tai as an extender here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I was exactly thinking of it as an extender. Or actually, you can't normal summon it, so right, because I'm a dummy. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at Ecclesia. Ecclesia Virtuous and White. There we go. Spellcaster Tuner. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Ecclesia Virtuous and White once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn during the main phase. Quick effect, you contribute this card, special summon one Xiangjian monster or one Fallen of Albaz. Oh man, this is another Fallen of Albaz. I hadn't seen this card before. It's another Fallen of Albaz, like, tie-in for Xiangjian. Hi, Mello. During the end phase, if a fusion monster was sent to your graveyard this turn, you can add this card. Okay, we're never using that effect. But I definitely agree. Let's see, there's Tai.
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this,
Thanks for the
Yugioh.
follow, Mello. Okay, Ecclesia is the way to go here. I think... Honestly, I could do, like, one Tai to Ecclesia. I don't know. It does special summon from the hand. but only if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. But this is a normal summon, so, you know. So it doesn't even have anything, but it does create a token. Let's sort things. Okay. Well, this is a hand. Okay, well, at least we have the Rhoda. The Rhoda's nice to have. Now this is something I've been debating. Is the better starter... No, the better starter is this one for sure, because this one can make the level 8 Synchro, which then can get the... let's see, let's pitch that one for sure. Or show it, I guess. Not pitch it, right. That's correct. And then we can special summon the 8. And then the 8 can get us the 6, which can make the 10. I think that, and then we want to trigger this. Get the draw, and then do a search. Alright, we'll search that one. And then we'll pitch Pearfish for sure. Grab, make that. We'll make the 10. Activate the trigger effect to do some damage, because why not? Why would you not do that? Activate that. I think we want to get Pearfish. Pearfish can pitch that one. And then we can get Adhara. Adhara we can make the monk. And then do we use the monk to go into the shaman? I think that's what we do. We do monk and then Pearfish and go into the shaman. Yeah, I did. I did use the Pearfish effect. That's how I got the monk on the field. Discard a Droll, and then we can special summon something. Okay, that's a hard once per turn. What do we grab here then? All of these are like hard ones per turns. Actually, we haven't used this one's effect yet. We pitched this one. So maybe we go with this one? I guess. What are we gonna banish here? We can make a level 7 here. If we banish one of these two. I think we'll banish one of the spells to make the token, and we activate the spell, and we'll lower that level, and then we can make oh, Black Rose. What? I thought we had the hell? What happened to crystal? Did I misread this one? Oh, synchro monsters. You had to use a synchro monster to go into this. Okay, I'll remove that. I should know that. I play... Yeah, we can't make Xiangjian because I should have... Because we don't have the right levels. Yeah, next time I'll up the level of the guy, and we can make Xiangjian. Okay, let's try again. This is why we practice. Okay, this is kind of a rough hand. I guess we special summon this one. Go into... What? So we don't... No. Cancel. That was bad. Yeah, it was a good hand. I screwed it up. Okay, so you can only... Oh, shit. Okay, okay, so we activate its effect, special summon it, because we have to special summon it when there's nothing on the field. Then we go into Monk, and we wait to make the next one. And the Monk won't do anything on field. So let's do the Rhoda now. What are we gonna grab here? I guess we'll grab the Moye. We'll go Moye, activate the trigger effect. We'll show off we have the 6. We won't show them we have the Monster Reborn. Ooh. Okay. Whew, it's hot in this room. I hate summer. I hate summer so much. And we'll trigger that effect too. Get the draw, and then we get to pick... Okay. We kind of have everything we want. Well, no, we could get something to pitch off of, Yeah, let's get a tie. Where's the tie? There you are. Add it to hand. Then we're going to activate this. We're going to pitch tie. That way we can summon it off of the peacock. We'll make the token. Or not peacock, the shaman, sorry. Special summon. Get our boy. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of this, I think. A little bit. I've never played Tenyis before. This is actually kind of fun. I'm liking this. Okay. So now we can activate this to get a thing from our grave. Oh, what would be the best thing to grab? Does it really matter? Because we're just going to be using it to go into the shaman, right? It matters? Because the way I'm thinking of it is that so these two effects have already gone off. This one can stay in here for all I care. We bring this back. We can use this effect. That's true. That's true. And then we activate its effect. We'll pitch. Does it really? Okay, so this one's interesting. We're not gonna be able to get these spells back, so I don't think it really matters which one we banish. But I think the Rhoda is the one I'd like to banish. And then we can activate the trigger effect. We can bring its level up. And then we have Xiangjian. And that has a trigger effect from Grave. And we can send a card to Grave. Now this one's a tricky one. Yeah, because we really don't want to draw it. And I think we just leave it in there for later. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking for recovery. And I think this is our end board. I'm pretty okay with this. I like the Xiangjian for sure. Yeah. No, this is really cool. Okay. Well, we have the Rhoda. So that's nice. We grab Moye. This... Okay, so now we're going to activate the Tenyi so we can get the Monk on field. And now we're going to do the Moye. We'll reveal this guy that we're going to pitch eventually. We'll make our guy because he can get us another card. Chain that, then chain that. So we draw, see what we get, and then, oh, Ash Blossom, I'm happy with that. We're going to get the Reborn, because that'll help us extend. Alright, now we do this, pitch that, put it down, summon a token. Make the guy. Activate the effect for fun. If they negate that, they're a fool. Alright, and now, we'll go Tai. Activate Tai. Hi, Tierna. How are you doing? I'm gonna pitch the Rhoda. Make the token. Put it over there for some reason. Activate the trigger effect. Increase its level. Make Xiangjian. This is starting to seem pretty consistent. And that's a little scary. And we activate the trigger effect. No Ash Blossom on my own card, thank you. And then we'll send 2/2. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just experimenting with a new deck. And yeah, we made the same board again. And we did have a pretty cracked hand. Okay. So we're gonna want to do that. Get it on board. Make the monk. And then I guess we're gonna pot here. Because there's really nothing else to do. Another pot. You really gonna give me another pot off of my pot? Okay. I could... Okay, so... I assume what we want to do here, Invoked, is we want to tribute the monk for the pearfish? Or do I want to summon the droll and make the shaman? We can't make the shaman off of the droll, so we want to summon the pearfish, right? Yeah, okay. And then you get Ty. We can pitch his droll mockbird, so we'll get a Ty. Activate Ty's effect. We're gonna send Monk, right? There's no advantage off of sending Adhara. Yeah, so we wanna send Monk. Because Adhara can recycle while it's in the graveyard. Okay. And yeah, Adhara can do something now that we have a normal monster on field. Target one of the banished worm. Oh. So it can only get the monk though, right? Yeah, because the other ones are face down. Well, we can make this, and that'll get us our, whatchamacallit. Okay, send to the graveyard. We're gonna want to send... less options here. So what are we gonna send? Okay. Yeah, I'll send Mo. And then we'll add... Do we want to add the Rhoda, or do we want to add the guy himself? I think we want to add the Rhoda so we can use the Rhoda to add the guy. Oh, the Reborn? Oh, so that we can reborn the Moye. Okay, Moye. Oh. What? Did it miss timing? Oh, we don't have anything in hand to reveal, right. That... I forgot about that part of the deal. I don't think we had a good way to get anything in the hand. What? Did we have... I guess we had the Moye there. Well. I wasn't thinking. I'm just gonna stop there. I wasn't thinking. Okay, 2/2 in hand. Not great. But, we'll, see, we have Moye. So, we'll want to grab this guy. We can reveal this guy, since they already know we have it. Okay, then we can make level 8. Activate the effect. Activate the effect. Do not activate Ash please. Okay, Nibiru, that's cool. Yeah, that's fair. That's a pretty cool combo. And now we'll get the tie. Hand, please. Activate, pitch tie. So I do like how this is not exactly linear. I'm doing the same thing a lot of times, but I'm doing the same thing through different ways. It's not like, so I'm not doing like combos that are ridiculous. The 1200 cracks me up. What are you doing here, man? All right. So then we can use the Reborn. Grab Tai. Tai can banish the Rhoda. I think the Rhoda is the right one to banish. Increase level by 1. And then we got Xiangjian again. This is super cool. Ah, the consistency is so nice. So Invoked, how long have you been working with this? I know it only recently came out, but oh, we can't pitch the... Today. Yeah, this is about when I started. Do we pitch the Adhara at this point? Yeah, no, like I said, I only recently started it about an hour and a half ago, according to Twitch. I just saw them on Simo's channel, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Yeah, I think it's like, unless it's Pearfish, so we can like summon it from the grave at some point. I think the pick is, since Tutu's in hand, I think the pick might be Adhara, so we can recycle. But we really don't have anything to recycle at this point. I guess. You know what? I would really like to not draw Pearfish, so maybe I'll send Pearfish. But drawing Adhara is kind of okay-ish. At least you can summon it. But yeah. I'm liking this. Let's see here. You know, I'm starting to think you were right about macro. We haven't even seen macro this entire time. I mean, I guess it's good when it shows up, but I don't know how good. It'd be very funny. I will say that it would be very funny to play macro. But what if we got another one of those Tenyis in here? I don't know if that's any good. It probably would be pretty good to add another Vishuddha. I haven't even gotten to use this yet. I guess because I'm only doing turn ones. But yeah, I'm interested to see what this does for the deck. Holy crap, it's getting hot in this room. It's that afternoon sun. My room is like right where the sun shines in the afternoon. So even though I've got blackout curtains up, it's still miserable in the afternoon. Yeah, Ecclesia is a very good going second tool. I don't know if I want to put more than one copy of it in there because of that. I don't think Mapura's not really something we need in here necessarily. I like the effect negation it has, but I don't know. Vishuddha and Ashuna are probably ones I should consider putting more of in, and probably Vishuddha. Just the ability to return a card your opponent controls to the hand is really nice, although it is still a targeting effect, which is a little unfortunate. This effect has to target a non-effect monster. That's okay. That's okay then. What is Ashuna's again? You can banish it, summon a Tenyi monster. So let's see here. If I took out Macro and I took out another Tai, because I'm starting to see just how searchable Tai is, and like if it's in your hand, that's fine. Like it's perfectly fine for it to be in your hand. In fact, it's kind of okay if it's in your hand. Like it's perfectly fine. And if I do that, I can put in 2 more Vishuddha. Oh, you don't need that many Vishuddha? What would you suggest then? Because I think we have room for. I think we can take out those 2 and have room for 2 more things. Happier? Yeah, that's fair. Oh, how do you spell that? Right, it's just okay, just a space. I wasn't sure if it was a hyphen or whatever. All right. Make sure I remember how this works. You can target one face-up monster you control, special summon this card, and if you do, immediately after this effect, so synchro summon one synchro monster using this card you control and that target. Okay, yeah. Two of them? It is a quick effect, so we could use this to, if our guy is going to be banished instead of destroyed or whatever, we could use it to go into, where's our level 12? It's the Math Mech guy. Can you think of a better level 12 than this? There's gotta be one, right? I just didn't see one that I thought looked better than this, even though this is not, it's good, but it's not like amazing. But also the level 8 can go into the level 10 because of it as a quick effect. Oh, let me sort it. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's good too. Okay, so let's Vishuddha first. Bait out a negate with it, and if we don't get a negate, we can just go into the monk, which I think is pretty nice. Having 2 waterfall, that's unfortunate, but yeah, then we go into Moye. Oop, shit, I almost summoned the wrong one. Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking, actually. We don't have anything to reveal. We don't have anything to reveal, so that was a waste. Do we have anything? What do we have in? We have the Vishuda. We could banish the Vishuda off of Tai. If we had gotten Tai, we could have kept it going. Vessel? I don't know Vessel. Vessel for the Dragon Cycle. Send one worm monster from your deck to your graveyard. Then if you control a face-up non-effect monster, you can add from your deck to your hand one Tinny monster with a different name from the monster sent to the graveyard. Yeah, I think this is good. Let's get rid of these. It's like, it sounds really cool, but like you said, it's really slow. Yeah, if you get the monk on field, you get an extra ad. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's pot. Kind of an awkward hand, I think. To play this card. We can activate it even when there's not a monk on field, just to send a card. Let's for Tai to banish. Let's see. Probably not one of the Tenyis, right? We'll go with Moye, maybe? Because we're going to banish it. I think we can still do that line though, can't we? It doesn't really change much. Like if we send oh, what is it? I guess it does change it because we would have had it's the effect is about the non-effect monster. Yeah. Well, that's fair. Okay. Hey, it's the same. It's the same situation. So yeah, I think you're right here. We go that. Get the token. Now we have the token, so we can activate this. Okay. Now what are we sending? I guess we'll send... In this situation, we're going to be able to add a Shuda. Oh, so we want to dump a Shuda here? Oh. That's a Shuna. That's Adhara. Okay, Shuna. So dump a Shuna. Add to hand... Adhara? Or Vishuda. Added Hara. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, and yeah, well, yeah, we have that in the grave. Well, we can't make the level 8. We can make the level 10. Okay, Ashuna. Shuda. And then we make the... Do we make the shaman with Vishuddha and Long Yuan? And then we use the... Oh, we activate Adhara. Oh, okay, normal summon him, not activate. Okay. And then you, like, go into, you use the 2 Tenyis to make the shaman. The shaman makes the, makes what's-his-face come back. Alright. Okay, so Rhoda here. I do not want to ash my own thing, thank you. We get Moye. We have a target to hit off of it. Activate the effect, show off our guy. Make the token. This is why we practice. Alright, we activate. Pot of Desires. Interesting. Okay. We'll get Tai. Where's Tai? I think we should pot now, or do the... Is there any... I'm trying to think if there's any more adding that we're going to be doing from our deck to our field. I don't think so I think it's safe to do the pot now, but I don't think it really changes what we're going to do, so we might as well do it, you know? $1,200. Okay. So now let's see what we get off the top. Okay, interesting. That'll be nice in hand. Okay, so no Xiangjian because we don't have the Reborn or a way to go into Shaman. I guess we could go into Shaman by getting rid of these two, but no, that's silly. But we do have lots of hand traps, so that's kind of cool. Oh, this is an awkward one. Double pot. You hate to see it. Perfect. Perfect. All right, we can show them one of our tacticians. Make the token. Make the boy. Then activate the trigger effects. Push button Yugioh. Ooh, great draw. All right, then we can safely get Tai for sure. All right, we'll use that effect. We'll pitch Tai, summon the guy, activate to get the token, get the token, special the big guy, who's going to be even bigger thanks to the pot. Activate the effect to get 1200 in, because it's funny. Activate the Reborn. Bring out Tai. Tai effect. Send the Reborn. Get the token. Activate the effect of the Reborn. Increase the level and make Xiangjian. Ah, this is so cool. And then we get to send Tutu to the grave. Get out of here, Tutu. Yeah. Alright. I'm pretty happy with this deck. I'm not sure this is meta, though. I don't know. Like, it's cool. It's really cool. But I don't know that these boss monsters are big enough, or like protected enough, I suppose. It's got a bit of a dinosaur problem, I suppose, but it's not as recursive as dinosaur. Although dinosaur's not as recursive as dinosaur anymore. Bye bye Misk. I still have one Misk though. It's pretty cool. Wait, 14 card extra deck. What do we lose? We can put another card in our extra deck. Oh boy. What do we want to put in there? I don't remember losing a card. Dragite? Oh yes, Dragite! Dragite is gonna be, it would be really good in here. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh right, we still have the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon in here. We can get rid of that because we're not making that. It's a level 8 and requires a Synchro monster as materials. So one more. The other Adamancipator Synchros aren't anything, right? They're not worth Baxia. Oh yeah, Baxia, the Yangzing. I took him out earlier. But yeah, we can bring him in. Yeah. It'll help us extend in certain situations. This is pretty tight. I'm gonna save so we don't lose it. This is a pretty tight list, I think. I really appreciate the help, by the way, invoked. Waterfall was for sure bad. Yeah. I don't know if this is the kind of deck I might bring to locals though, you know? It depends on how cheap the cards are. I'm really hoping that these don't end up being super expensive. The tennies aren't expensive, right? I don't think they are. But a lot of these are just OCG cards that we don't have a price on yet, so we'll see. The side deck is very expensive. I could probably do without the Forbidden Droplets though. I don't know. I need to get my hand on some more. I think I have one Gamma. I need to get my hands on some more Gamma. I have Driver though. Yay. Yeah, I think the sideboard here could use some work for sure, but it's just something I threw together based on what I thought might be useful, based on my perceptions of what the weaknesses of the deck were. But I don't know, if I thought about it some more, I could probably think of better options now. I think Called By is good here. I think this deck is going to... Oh, hey, loser! God, I hate calling you loser. I know that's what you go by, but God, it feels bad. How are you? Yeah. I think this deck is going to have trouble with hand traps sometimes. So I'm definitely thinking Called By is a right call for a more hand trap heavy deck. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Also, the fact that this deck can hold so many hand traps is really nice. It's really compact as far as like what you need to put in for the core. Very nice. I'm very much enjoying the fact that you can just shove in all the hand traps. Never thought I'd be playing Tenyi's, but here I am. Here I am playing Xiangjian Tengi's. Xiangjian. Alright. You know what? There's the let's see here. We're gonna do, let's see here. EU Central Casual. I am technically closer, I think, to EU Central Casual, just being on the East Coast. And also, everyone puts their things in here for some reason. I'm debating whether I want to. Does anyone want to do like a quick duel on stream? I could do like a quick duel with someone on here. Just to see how this deck goes. I might not be very good at it, but I could do a quick. Otherwise, I think that's probably about everything I have for today. I just wanted to take a look at the Xiangjian cards and see how they worked and see if they were any good. I think they're pretty good. Again, I'm not sure if they're meta defining. The set looks really nice. Burst of Destiny is the set that they're coming in, I believe. And they're coming alongside the Flunderies cards, and I think those two look, they're both archetypes rather, that seem like they could be good or they could be bad, and I don't know. Like the Flunderies cards, they crumble under hand traps. They really, really crumble under hand traps. So unless Called By comes to 3, I don't think the Flunderies are going to be like anything other than a locals level. And the same might be true with these ones. I don't know. They can get Xiangjian on board pretty easily, so I just don't know. But if they break up their combo before they get the Xiangjian, what are they gonna do? I don't know. It's something to think about, though. I think this is definitely a deck I'd like to bring to a locals. I'll probably be picking up the cards at some point. But yeah, this deck, as long as none of the cards in this archetype end up being super expensive, like these ones, I imagine these two right here are going to be like ultra rares or something, maybe secrets even. But as long as none of them end up going like super duper expensive, this should be a relatively cheap deck to pick up. I mean, the most expensive part of it would be the Nibiru and the Ash, I think. Unless Hop is like way more expensive than I thought it was. Because everything else in here should be pretty cheap. Unless, unless the new OCG cards end up expensive. So yeah, that's Xiangjian. I think it's about time we started wrapping up, though. So let's see. Who's online? See if there's someone we want to raid. But yeah, thank you all for coming out tonight. I hope you had a nice time doing a little bit of deck building and a little bit of play testing. Or I suppose just hand testing. We didn't really get to play. But that's okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna raid Archwiz Emery. What are they up to? Dead by Daylight. Seems pretty fun. Send you over to another VTuber. But yeah, thank you all for coming out tonight. I had a lot of, or today. It's today. It's still daytime. I'm used to streaming at night. But thank you for coming out. Let's go to the end screen. I'm gonna type !socials in chat, and that'll bring up my socials, where you can find my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube, and my Patreon. If you want to go to my Patreon and give me a little bit every month, it really helps me keep things in ship shape over here. And I also have a tip page in the description of this page and the YouTube. If you want to give me a one-time tip instead of a monthly, but please don't break your bank trying to help me out. I'm gonna be fine, I promise you. But yeah, hope you all had a nice time. Make sure to be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and make sure you have a wonderful day. All right, we're gonna get that raid started. When you get over there, just be kind and polite. That's all I ask. And have a wonderful day. All right, bye now. Bye everyone. Bye.